Hello and welcome to Akancha Against Harassment, your Cyber Safety 101 podcast. I have just been told this is the 25th episode of our podcast. Wow, I'm going to look at it like a quarter of a century down. Sounds better, isn't it? And I'm also going to share something happy and fruitful and impactful. It's been under 100 days since I launched the Akancha Against Harassment Chat Helpline. And I want to share with you what's really happening out there and give you a few pointers on how you can make best use of it. So in the last under 100 days, I've got a lot of emails asking for support, narrating incidents, and also, giving suggestions, and all of them are very welcome. I have received over 135 emails so far, and unfortunately, an average of at least 3 to 5 SOS triggers per day. These SOS triggers are the serious, life-impacting, traumatic triggers I'm talking about. In most of these cases, with the help of the Indian police from across the country, we have managed to intervene and sometimes avert some really serious events. It's not always been easy because people are reluctant to approach the police, and that's one of the reasons why they reach out to me via this helpline. Or maybe they haven't found a resolution when they did complain. Hey, in either case, I want to tell you that giving up shouldn't be an option. If you're seriously aggrieved, let's find a solution. And through counseling and persistent follow-ups, we've managed to convince most of the victims to file a formal complaint or help them reach the right officers. But what I really want to talk to you about is how can you make the best use of this AI chat helpline? Here are a few pointers for you. Number 1. There is a lot of useful information this AI chatbot can answer. It works on a system of prompts where you can choose your preference. For example, if you say, I'm scared, I don't want to file a complaint, it will give you prompts like, you can request for a lady officer, your identity will be kept anonymous, these are your legal rights. There's also a list of cyber cells from across India, which is being continuously updated, and you can find the one closest to you. There's also a list of mental health professionals. A lot of these mental health professionals also conduct online counseling sessions or on phone, and that's wonderful. All of us need handholding in times of stress, and anyone who's experienced a mentally traumatic situation should certainly speak with a qualified professional to gain clarity. If none of the prompts, let's say, guide you to an answer, and if you're still worried and you need to reach me, you can also trigger a request, an SOS. Just give me a little bit of context about your situation so that I can understand it properly. All SOS triggers, all emails which come to me are personally handled by me and only me. And therefore, please feel comforted that you can tell me your problems in as much detail as you like. I've decided that I should also do a few live sessions over weekends starting June so that we could chat and address some queries on the spot. In the meanwhile, if you have more questions which you want to talk about, in Helpline, or what are the features you would like to see, what are the topics you would like to, hear about, you can actually comment on this YouTube link of IVM Podcasts, and I'll be very happy to address them to the best of my ability. One thing I also want to mention is that sometimes people trigger SOS for, the most common kind of complaint. Somebody called me, let's say, fat on social media, or somebody, is trolling me. I need you to think about this very carefully. We need to choose the battles in our life. Do you really want to fight every anonymous account? Do you really want to fight every troll? Or are you going to choose your battles and are you going to keep moving forward? And I'm saying this only for issues which are not seriously hurtful. So nobody can give you a death threat and move away. But if there's someone whom you can't tolerate or you don't like somebody on Twitter, I would sincerely request you to think about your choices in that situation. And for everything else, we are upgrading our chat helpline every single week and we're adding more features. And I would love to hear from you. You can access this helpline via your desktop or even via mobile, please reach out to me. Please tell me if there's any more information which I can add. Would you like, particular chat live sessions? And I'm happy to address those topics. Until then, keep listening to Akancha Against Harassment podcast, your cyber safety 101. For everyone listening in to Akancha Against Harassment podcast, I want to make a request to you. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts in your mind, you want any more information, I hope you have my Twitter ID, which is AKANCHAS. I repeat, it's AKANCHAS. So tweet to me. Thank you.